Well, guys, it's hard to believe we've already flown by almost an hour of conversation. So I'd like to always we'd like to wrap with kind of a parting thought from each of you in this, and it can be whatever you think that the broadband people that love what we do want to hear about. So I guess just kind of a parting thought on broadband expansion in general, and where do you think we're going? And we'll start with Duke.
All right. Well, thanks, Nick. So I've said most of my pieces, but I honestly, I've been in this industry pretty much my entire career, and I'm excited for where the industry is. Like I've said, I think we are on the very front edge of a wave that's coming. And I say the front edge. We've kind of been in this for 4 or 5 years. The industry's been busy. Nobody that's been trying to build telecom networks is struggling to find work today. And you're not going to for the next 5 to 10 years. Obviously there's things like the economy. You got to worry about economy collapse and those kind of things. But in general, we know what's needed. This is infrastructure. It's infrastructure in the same way that, roads are infrastructure, power is infrastructure, your water lines are infrastructure. This is the infrastructure that needs to be in place across the country. And everyone needs it. It's not just some homes. It's not just the communities where people may be working remote. It is everybody. And there are significant portions of this country that are unserved or underserved. And we need to get the infrastructure in place to get broadband there, because it really becomes a quality of life issue. It becomes an economy and real estate issue. It just touches everything. So, I'm excited to be in the industry right now because of all that. I mean, it's a great, I guess I picked a great time to be in this industry, because we know that there's people spending money, and that's a great thing for everyone that's in our industry, because we know that there's going to be funding. We know that things have to get built. And so that's exciting for all of us. And we should all be excited for it, because it allows for us to do some things we weren't able to do years ago. So
it's funny if you think about the word infrastructure has become, that would have never been in the common vernacular 3 or 4 years ago, right? But it has evolved. So, all right, Alex.
I would definitely agree with Duke. We have a lot of amazing things, and this is a great time to be in the industry. But at the same time, I would also remind ourselves to pay attention to history and remember the lessons that we've learned. With climate change and the changing weathers and different things, our future-proofing thought process and our designs have to take that into consideration when we're designing our networks. We have to be building the better structure instead of the faster structure, because lessons have been learned and been more than one deployment. Just like Duke said, I worked for a telephone company that existed for 113 years, and down in the basement was still the original ether torches from when they connected the original copper wires to the towers back in 1913, 1914. So those lessons have to be observed. We have we have all kinds of different types of municipalities and homing and residential areas that are desperate for services. Do not be fooled by fly-by-night, unfunded, unsubstantiated companies that may not necessarily know what they're doing when it comes to building these things. We are looking for the long term when it comes to our infrastructures, and unlike traditional copper plants, fiber doesn't repair quite as easy. So that's something we have to take into consideration. Other than that, it is an extremely exciting time for us. We are venturing into some new areas that we never thought we'd get into, and are seeing huge results in what that's going to look like. So I'm excited as well.
Awesome. And last, but not least, Mrs. Money. Megan.
Gosh, I wish everyone put me into their grants to get me all that money, but I mean, I think the money's going where it's important. And what I always find encouraging on these podcasts is the people talking, right? And that recognizing these issues and taking action, right? So Alex, taking action about what is a huge concern with the environment. And that's always encouraging. And, Duke, you talking about, your veteran program, right? Addressing the workforce through that. And these are issues that the industry is facing. And it's always so heartening for me to see people in the industry addressing them, right? Instead of just saying, oh yeah, this is an issue and sitting back, right? People like Duke and Alex actually addressing the workforce issue, the environment issue, because it is on us in the industry doing the work to make sure that things are done right, that we have the people, that we're growing the talent, that we're addressing these environmental concerns. And I think hopefully whoever watches this can take a card or a page out of their books and look at how you can make the industry better that you're in, because we need to. There is this money, and it's on us to make sure that it's spent right and that it's invested in the right way.
Well said. And an industry is made up of people, right? And the people are the ones that can make a difference for both now and in the future. So